We're right on the schedule, and just as promised, we had the first trailer for Supergirl. Gunn had been promoting the event since Sunday. And well, did he disappoint? Was it what you expect? Let me know in the comments because in this video I'll break down the best and the worst of this first look. So subscribe for more superhero content and let's begin. Fun fact, the trailer starts with Crypto again. I think without a doubt Crypto is the heart of Superman. But yeah, the puppy is looking for the bathroom and what we seem to be a spaceship where Kara is sleeping. And of course, we had that Superman reference in the newspaper, which, by the way, God doesn't waste a single second humiliating it with. Since that newspaper is Krypton's bathroom. Immediately, we cut to Kara's birthday celebration in an intergalactic bar. Now, unlike the comics where she is 21 and the movie she is 23, we see details showing Krypton is not just Kara's companion. He is basically her only friend, a deeper relationship than what Superman had with Krypto. Sure, he cared a lot, but for Kara, he is her best friend. On the other hand, you can love or hate Gunn for his style, but personally, I love how it integrates music. A Gunn product is always basically saying add that track to my Spotify playlist. Blondie's song for this movie is wonderful. From here I said the trailer loses its continuity and we start seeing more movie detail. But what the first, we see the movie's context. From what I can tell, Kara suffered a lot from the destruction of Krypton. Remember, Kara was not a baby on Krypton like Superman. She lived there and knew her parents. Due to some special time dilation, she arrived on Earth when Superman is already an adult. So the movie is about her lowest moment, the classic hero journey to find her heroism, and here we see what seems to be Kandor as it falls under some kind of energy dome, capturing the city, while Kara explains Krypton destruction. And why Kara is explaining this? Well, we get the introduction of a girl who seems to be a Kara psyche throughout the whole movie. Or, the girl Kara has to say or guide through the story. We also see the first encounter between Kara and this girl fighting several space pirates under the Red Sun. Kara doesn't have all her powers. It seems she is impervious to blades, but she can fly normally, for example. The trailer ends with Kara explaining who Superman is, how he sees the goodness in everyone, and she sees the truth, and we see her adopting her suit, which by the way is a thousand times better than Superman's suit. From my point of view, I love this one in every way. Remember that I told you the movie followed the hero journey? This character reflects it perfectly. We see her completely down, worn out with her coat, until she accepts her heroism and puts on her suit. Also, points worth mentioning, Jason Momoa as Lobo. Let's go! The cast is spectacular. Momoa was born for this Lobo. And also for Aquaman, honestly. I like him. And well, Krypto getting injured. This will be the most emotional moment of the movie, so if you're a Krypto fan, your little heart is going to break, since it seems his life will be a risk. And we can't ignore the flight scene, amazing stuff. Many animation style similar to Zack Snyder, but I personally like the flight a lot, and didn't really see a connection. But now I'd like to mention the things I didn't like from what we can see at first glance. The Guardian of the Galaxy aesthetic. The movie isn't directed by Gunn, so how on earth does it have Gunn's signature style? Here we see that as CEO, he has his hand way too deep in the project he delegates. And that saying, you may have liked Superman or not, but I like that it'll feel like his own style. I don't see Guardian of the Galaxy or another Gunn project there, but this movie could have been called Guardian of the Galaxy 4 and you'd believe it. The whole spy pirate thing is identical to Guardian 2. The ship, all that is the same. Another smaller detail is the sun. It looks very yellow. I get that when she revealed her suit in an incredible pose. And by the way, Gunn goes, this is how the heroes are presented. And yeah, she has her yellow thumb behind her as it should be. But in other part of the movie, when Kara is supposed to be weak, I don't get that feeling of orange or red tone that give me that vibe. It's like the same old song, and nothing more, and that disconnects me a bit. Anyway, guys, a trailer that gives very good vibe overall. It's worth mentioning that Gunn is not afraid of Marvel, since it's heavily rumored that we'll see something about Doomsday soon. Some insider even said today, but today is DC. Today is Supergirl Day. And for my hype meter, with 10 being the maximum, I'm at a 6 for this first look. We'll see what the next trailer shows us. If you like my analysis, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video of the channel. See you guys!